honey, we gotta talk about it. Stephen A. Smith has apologized, but do y'all accept this apology? And I don't know about apology because I need him to say, I apologize to Jasmine Crockett for X, Y, and Z. He did a lot of, well, if I did this, I apologize. No, I need to be straight and blunt. How loud he is and how bold and direct he is, I need him to give it like that. If he don't give it like that, I ain't accepting it, okay? So we have to talk about that in this video. I got the whole receipts. You know how I'm coming.
How he came at Representative Jasmine Crockett. And I wanted to take this opportunity to attack this issue as it pertained to me and Jasmine Crockett because I personally have had an issue with how things have been misconstrued and misinterpreted. But at the end of the day, I have to own it. And that's what I'm going to do today. And so when somebody says to me, Stephen, rather than point to her and her verbiage and her language and how she talked about the president, what about how he talks?
Right.
I have no problem with that.
Well, say it. Down him for talking like that.
Everybody's in an uproar. That is fine. And I have no problem apologizing to that to my sister because, damn it, I want her to know I don't feel that way about her. Just like I didn't feel that way about Kamala Harris. Just like I don't feel that way about the marvelous, the wonderful, the incomparable, the greatest first lady ever, and Michelle Obama, in my estimation, or anybody else. But what we're going to do on this show is understand who the hell I am and how it's going to be as long as I'm doing this show. I have no problem apologizing if I'm wrong. I have no problem apologizing if I've made somebody feel a certain kind of way. But I'm going to challenge the legitimacy of what people come at me with when I think that challenge is warranted and deserved. If you came to me and you said to me that it came across as a bit dismissive, Stephen, you should have been more protective of her than that because look at how he speaks. Look at how they act on Capitol Hill towards her. I understand that. But when somebody tries to take that to accuse me of being disrespectful or in any way misogynistic, I'm going to push back on that because that's emphatically false. There's no truth to that whatsoever, and I'm not accepting that, and I'm not owning that. I can sit up there and I can look at Representative Jasmine Crockett. Do you know what I think she should be doing? I think she should be competing for the Senate seat in Texas or for the Attorney General spot because she's qualified. I personally think Kamala Harris should have ran for governor of California. I've said it for the record that if Michelle Obama was running for president, she would have beat Trump, in my opinion. I think she'd have done it. That's how I feel. But somehow, some way, it's never enough for some people out there. I understand. I would advise you to get over it or buckle up because I'm not going away. This is my show. I will say what I feel and I will do what I want. It doesn't mean I'm going to be insensitive. It doesn't mean that I don't care about our community. A matter of fact, most of the trouble I get in is because I care about our community. And the reason I'm bringing this up and the reason that I'm willing to attack this subject, because this really ain't about Jasmine Crockett. I respect her. I wish her nothing but the best. I was simply asking a question. That's all. What's working for you? Because I don't want her to lose the prowess that she has. I want it to continue to gain and elevate. We need resistance to what we see going on in the streets of America. I wanted to take a moment because I saw something disturbing.
Bring that ass here, goofy. Let's talk about it. First you had smoke for the good sister Serena Williams. Now you got smoke for Jasmine Crockett. I wonder, do those tap dancing shoes come in various sizes, shapes, and configurations? First they had athletic spikes on them. Now they got hard bottoms. Let's get into it. You trying to give Jasmine Crockett this, oh, you got to talk to these folk this way in order for them to read your message. Big dog, where your law degree?
Right.
Why do you feel like you're so qualified to have these conversations and you always got so much smoke when it comes to these women? But Serena's husband got to checking you and all of a sudden you get to stuttering, tripping over your words, jumping to more conclusions than somebody being accused of cheating. And let's be very clear, have nothing against people that have a stutter, but that man did not have the same energy. Her husband went on there and was like, hey, I heard you had some advice for me. Because he had smoke with Serena dancing at the Super Bowl.
Right.
Oh, if my wife was doing this, I'd get a divorce. He was like, have you ever been divorced before? Have you ever been married? No, I ain't never been married. He's like, I don't want no smoke. He was like, oh, well, I give people advice on how to build billion-dollar companies because I've built billion-dollar companies. So in that, I thought we would all just kind of stay in our lane.
Right.
Then when you realize that, oh, social media is really on your ass about it because you got checked by a grown man, regardless of what he looked like, you got checked by a grown man and you didn't have that same energy. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, if I was in the studio, this how it would have went. If you would have had that same smoke away, you wouldn't have had that same smoke in that studio. Let's be clear about that.
Right.
All this shucking and jiving you be doing, it's not going to get you the desired outcome that you think.
Hello.
Oh, and didn't you say, and I quote, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Goofy. Oh, Stephen A. Smith, bring